For more, we have royal commentator Victoria Arbiter, who is standing by in New York City. Always good to have you on. Great to have you again today.
Thank you so much. It's great that we've got something happy to talk about. The world needs this.
It really is, and it's great to lead our newscast at the top of the hour with this story as well. What do you make of the timing of the announcement?
I think the timing was kind of spot on because it comes just a week to the day that the Queen and Prince Philip celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary. So those are some impressive shoes to fill. But I also think that they couldn't possibly have kept this quiet much longer. There is not a woman in the world that is as independent, sophisticated and successful as Meghan, who is going to give up her job, give up her country, move countries, move her dogs to move in with some guy if there's not an end goal. So I think this was news that the couple really had to share because the frenzy was simply out of control over the weekend.
And Victoria, somebody like Meghan Markle joining the royal family, what's that going to mean?
It's quite something, isn't it? I think Meghan joining the royal family, she's so diverse in so many different ways that it really is going to reflect this modern society, this modern culture in which we live. When the Queen came to the throne in the early 50s, the UK was largely a white, male-dominated, in terms of industry, Christian country. And now it's a multicultural country with people that practice all kinds of religions. And I think really the royal family is now going to be reflecting that. She offers a breath of fresh air. She's got a confidence about her, and I think certainly the American audience in particular is going to be very excited to have one of their own on the inside.
Let me ask you about the transition, so to speak, of, going from being an American actress to suddenly having the duties and responsibilities that come with being married to a prince.
I think it's going to be dramatic and probably quite shocking. I'm sure that Harry will take his brother's lead in terms of giving Meghan the support she needs, surrounding her with people that he trusts that can really boost her and help her as she navigates this minefield, really, because it's one thing. Kate grew up in the UK, so while she wasn't familiar necessarily with the protocols and traditions, she at least knew how the royal family was regarded. She knew what their role was. She knew kind of what their place in society was. Meghan hasn't got any of that. So she's really coming into an institution with a 1,000-year history, which has so many protocols, so many traditions, so many do's and don'ts, that I think it's going to be quite something trying to navigate it. Having said that, she's incredibly confident, she's very mature, she's very savvy. She's been in a world in which she's already been in the limelight, perhaps just not to this degree.
And Victoria, they gave their first joint television interview today, and I know you watched that, and they said it was a choice to try and make this sort of long-distance relationship work. They tried not to pay much attention to the press, and they also called comments about her ethnicity disheartening, and Harry warned her about what she's stepping into. What did you take away from that interview?
There are a couple of things really I took away. First of all, I loved the intimacy they shared with us. They were so touchy-feely. They were gazing at each other. They were finishing each other's sentences. That's quite novel for us to see within the royal family. They're normally quite reserved. But really what I took away from it was how incredibly confident and savvy Meghan was. There were times where she kind of overstepped Harry and quietened him down while she did the talking. The way she was holding his hand was on her lap, not the other way around. She was a woman very much in control. And I think really what came across to me is that this is an equal couple, that Harry wants to make sure that her role is not diminished within the royal family and that their place moving forward is one side by side, not where she's walking a couple of steps behind. And
one final thing, we're 6 or 7 months away from this wedding. What do you think we're going to see, Victoria?
I think we'll see probably a very traditional wedding full of all the pomp and circumstance that people want from a royal wedding. Harry is incredibly popular and people are going to be thrilled to see his happily ever after. But I think he'll be on a slightly smaller scale to William and Kate. Obviously, the country, the royal family has to follow the mood of the nation, Brexit, political strife, the economy. So they can't be seen to be too lavish, but at the same time, they've really got to satisfy what it is that the people want. So I'm thinking perhaps St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle is a venue which is very much a family place, and it's placed for a family wedding, albeit one shared with the whole planet.
Victoria Arbiter joining us from New York City with her take on this news today. Great to have you on as always, Victoria. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much.